Tale. I am Natsu Dragneel.
Hey, I'm Gray.
Put your clothes back on, you damn underpants, Shogun.
Oh, you want to go, General Snowface?
Yeah, come on, bring it, droopy eyes.
I'm Loki, and ladies, my number is... And you can text me anytime.
I am Elfman, here for my fist to meet your face.
Natsu!
What?
Hi. Hey, Natsu!
Huh?
Lucy likes you.
Don't say weird shit like that when I'm trying to fight Gray. Oh, yeah? Well, you still haven't beaten me yet, Gray.
Oh, yeah, you want to go again?
Bring it then!
Until the two of you are stronger than me, no fighting!
I'll be good.
Erza, why don't you just let them be? Isn't it better this way?
Hey, Charle. Yeah? Here's a fish I caught for you. No way.
Hey, Natsu,
Huh?
remember when I asked you if I could be your wife a long while back?
Uh-huh.
That question still stands.
What?
It still stands.
Don't you get involved in this, Gray.
Is the big bad Natsu gonna get angry?
Fire Dragon's Fist! Whoever the hell else we feel like bringing into the show, I'll give you a clue. Shoobiduba! So hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Fairy Tale Podcast. Got a lot of stuff to cover real quick, some New York Comic Con updates with podcast news. We have Charle again giving us con updates with Fairy Tale news. We've got 2 episodes to recap and the anime recap. Then we've got another episode of Charle's Magical Education, followed by Cooking with Elfman and Reedus Gallery. Then we finally wrap it all up with the manga recap, which is finally us being current with 254. Hopefully you'll get all of this before Saturday, which is when I will have to be out for New York Comic Con. So hopefully we get all this done pretty soon. But I've got a half a day on. Well, I've got 3/4 of a day to do this on Wednesday and all of Thursday and Friday to work on it. So I think we'll be pretty good and caught up by that time. Another thing that we're going to start doing, we're going to start talking about stats real quick. As it pertains to Fairy Tale. So that is going to be the second point of interest when we talk about podcast news. All right, so really quickly, talk to the Funimation person today.
Yes, we did.
Ray and I both did. Had an interesting little conversation with him. And what was really cool about that was that we're looking for questions for Hiro Mashima. Now, of course, we've got questions for other people as well, but really specifically, I'm only going to ask 15 questions of Hiro Mashima, and I'm actually going to need to post this on our Twitter and Facebook really, really soon, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'm going to post these up so that I have these questions for everybody to check out. Now, they're talking to Kodansha on our behalf to see if we can get an interview with Hiro Mashima, but nothing is official. The only thing that we are officially doing is we're going to be talking to the English voice cast and the director for Fairy Tale. So that we absolutely know we're going to have. And I don't know specifically how much time they are going to give me, but I'll take as much as they want. As much as they want to give me, I'll take it. And we'll just kind of talk and discuss things and have fun. It'll be a good time. I hope you guys like it. But yeah, we're really hoping to get that interview with Hiro Mashima. And this is all going to be Saturday of the convention, and we'll be getting some autographs. I may grab up some swag while I'm there and get it signed by Hiro Mashima, and we may do a prize giveaway. So pay attention when 19 comes out, because we may be doing a little surprise giveaway. And if you actually win, we will announce our winners. I'll talk about what we're going to do when we actually hit 19, because I'll probably have a much more set up plan. But we may have some Hiro Mashima autographed swag or manga to give away. Possibly, maybe if they have it there, an early copy of the anime. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. Or maybe a drawing, like maybe Hiro Mashima drew like Lucy or Natsu or something, and we got him to sign it. That'd be really cool, right? There's some people on the crew that would kill for that.
You know, I've already asked for my birthday, so.
Yeah, I know.
You so did I.
Oh, good God. So many people asking me, Mira, do you want some stuff too? By the way, Mira Jane is finally back on the show.
Yay!
So, yeah, that's some awesome news coming from New York Comic Con. And really quickly wanted to go ahead and say real quick, thank you so much to everybody that has been downloading our stuff on iTunes. We've only been up for 40 days, and we've already hit 16,974 downloads. You guys are amazing.
We love you.
Actually, out of all the episodes we have up, the lowest amount of downloads we've had is actually 858, and that was for episode 6. Episode 14 just came out, like maybe 2 days ago, and we've already got 450. So we're going to wait until most of the other countries have had a chance. But, crazy amounts of downloads from you guys, and we really, really appreciate it. Korea, number 1, France, number 2, Thailand, number 3, and the U.S. just fell to number 4. So, hey, United States, you got to take it up a notch or two. Okay, then we got Hong Kong at 5, China at 6th, and Japan in 7th place. They're getting up there. They were below the top 10, and now they're in 7th place with 857 downloads. So awesome to you guys in Japan. Then we've got the Philippines and Singapore and Germany rounding off the top 10. So thank you guys so much. Canada, you almost made it in. You're only 50 behind Germany, man. 50 more downloads, and you could have been in the top 10. Well, 51, actually. Right? Yeah, you guys keep it up. We really, really appreciate it. We're just doing this top 10 thing to try and see if we can encourage more downloads and stuff like that. But, of course, the best way to do this is to spread the word about the podcast. Let people know, hey, it's up on iTunes. It's up on Zune. It's absolutely free. You can download, subscribe. Check our website. Let other people know about our website, which, of course, is fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com. And, yeah, I know that's a long thing to type, but once you've typed it once, your computer will remember your history and when you start typing in Fairy Tale, it'll come up as one of the things. You just have to scroll down and click. And that will be it for all of the podcast stuff. And we are going to move on to Charle with our Fairy Tale news.
Once again, here I am with con updates. We've got New York Comic Con, which is October 13th through the 16th, which is this weekend, in Newark, New York. We have Hiro Mashima, Jeremy Lay, Colleen Clinkenbeard, Todd Habercorn, and Newton Pittman. Then we have EXP Con, which is October 21st through the 23rd in St. Augustine, Florida. And you've got Chris Sabat. Then there's YumaCon, which is November 3rd through the 6th, and it's in Detroit, Michigan, and you have Tia Ballard. Anime Blast, November 4th through the 6th, which is in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You have Todd Habercorn and Colleen Clinkenbeard. Then there's Anime Vegas, November 11th through the 13th, in Las Vegas, Nevada, and there's Colleen Clinkenbeard and Todd Habercorn. Then you have YuleCon, which is November 18th through the 20th in Fort Worth, Texas, and you have Tia Ballard. And that wraps it up for con news.
Also, to all of our listeners in Japan, if you would like to send us an email to fairytalepodcast@gmail.com, let us know about any of the conventions happening over there and any of the seiyus attending, and we would be happy to announce that over our podcast as well.
So I'll give you a kiss.
We're trying to promote the fairy tale love in every aspect. So if there is a convention and you're doing fairy tale related stuff and you want to put the word out on our show, let us know. Maybe you're running a photo shoot. Maybe you're doing a panel. Let us know about it so that we can tell everybody. Alrighty. Once again, if you want to send us that stuff so that we can announce it over the podcast, it is fairytalepodcast@gmail.com. Alrighty, so that is going to wrap us up for the news, and we are actually going to move on to the anime recap. Alright, so the last set of episodes that we did was episodes 31 and 32. Well, actually we did 29, 30, 31, and 32 last time. So we actually start off with 33, and if you remember on the last episode, Natsu and the gang were given a set of tickets to a beach resort, which of course they are all at, running around in the sun. Oh my god, it's the one time that Gray can be running around in shorts and nobody says anything.
Sounds right.
I like how no matter what, Natsu still has a scarf. He just wraps it around his head like it's freaking headband of some sort. Like, I think he's a Naruto cosplayer. That's what it is. So, very much running around playing. I like how at one point in time they bury Gray is buried in sand, and Natsu and Lucy basically shape the sand in front of him to look like it's a woman's body with a man's head. To get even, Gray and Lucy get a raft where Happy, Erza, and Natsu are laying on the raft while they're swimming, and because it's transportation, it gets Natsu sick. So, perfect way to get him back. And then Natsu comes back and steals his boxer shorts, and in order to cover up his genitalia, Gray uses Happy. I like how in the background there's Juvia in a two-piece.
I do. I saw this.
Sneaking over to catch a peek at Gray, saying how bold he is. Erza is actually having a flashback when she's sleeping on the balcony of her childhood, which of course is very scary. Lucy invites her downstairs to the casino, and she requips an amazingly sexy dress. Natsu is downstairs playing some sort of game. He gets all mad because it didn't land on 17. Starts beating on the machine, and everybody has to come after him. Some blocky guy starts talking to him, and then he shoots him in the mouth. Let's see. Juvia shows up and talks to Gray, and they are sitting down at the bar having drinks. I think the funniest part is that Juvia actually has a big gold necklace with the fairy tale symbol on it. That's awesome. So if Mr. T were part of Fairy Tail, he would be wearing Juvia's necklace. Let's see, another thing is that Lucy and Erza are playing cards. I believe it's like blackjack, or is it poker? I don't know which one, but Erza's like fucking slaughtering the house. And then somebody comes up and deals in cards, and we realize it's one of Erza's old friends, calls her sister. Then an attack begins. Some dude in a wrap and an eye patch attacks Gray. Lucy gets tied up by a cat-looking girl by her whip. And that's not kinky at all, is it, Steve? Let's see. Sho, who we find out, who was the dealer, basically traps everyone in the casino in cards. Well, mostly everyone, except for Erza and her team. Everybody introduces themselves. They're all old friends, we're old friends of Erza. They are there to take her back with them, and they threaten to kill the rest of her guild if she doesn't. She agrees to go back, and of course the kitty girl sees Happy and falls instantly in love with Happy and decides to take Happy with her. Let's see, Lucy manages to figure out that the people on the cards can actually affect the outside world. And so she gets a guy with a knife to kind of cut her out, and the rope goes away. She finds Gray, looking like ice, and then the ice falls down. Juvia shows up. Lucy's ready to fight Juvia because she's one of the Elemental Four, and then Gray shows up saying she's not her enemy anymore. And I love that Juvia was like, she was inside Juvia's body, not yours. They look around at the destruction. Gray starts stripping because, that's what he does.
Exactly. I've got a strip to fight. I don't feel...
Natsu, probably the funniest one, was in the machine, and he's like, what the hell is wrong with that guy? Who the hell shoots people in the mouth? And they're like, dude, if it was anybody other than you, they'd be dead. Then you get back to this island. It looks very, very creepy. You see a guy with a hood, and you're wondering who it is, blah, blah, blah. Erza's on a ship. She's on a boat. She's been captive. Sho didn't want to do this. More flashback. You find out about her old friend that looks kind of like one of the people on the council. No way. And that is pretty much the end of the episode. Now we move on to 34. Again, I'm doing this briefly because I want you guys to only catch bits of it and be like, hey, I want to watch this episode. So I'm not trying to tell the whole episode at once. The episode begins off with the council checking out the Tower of Heaven, which is where Erza is being taken to. They're all voting on what they should do. Juvia, Natsu, and Lucy and Gray are all headed towards the island to get Erza back. And, of course, because they're on a little ship, boat, whatever you want to call it, Natsu is, of course, seasick. And Juvia helps them sneak in using her water abilities. More flashback. The gang gets there. You get to see the Catwoman's room, which is crazy. Erza gets free. The council's still deliberating on using a Therion, which is a horribly powerful weapon. They decide to go swim under, because the only entrance is the area that you have to swim in. They finally get back. Juvia used little balls of air that she formed with water in order to help everybody breathe. She says that she's impressed that Lucy made it, because she made hers a bit smaller than everyone else's. The bad guys show up, and in typical fairy tale tradition, the fairy tailers beat the shit out of all the bad guys. No problem at all. And the bad guy, who looks exactly like Jalal, brings them up to the next level, where there is food. And I love watching everybody eating the food, especially Natsu. Natsu has the weirdest eating expressions and face. It's like a bird trying to eat. Let's see. Virgo gives Lucy spirit clothes from the spirit world. Lucy asks how they managed to dry their clothes, and that is the greatest explanation in the history of explanations, because they basically used Natsu's fire to dry themselves off. So Natsu's just standing there on fire, and they're drying each other off, and that's just great. Yeah, so basically Natsu's a human drying machine. That's all we're saying. Alright, soldiers show up, Erza beats them down, they meet up with Erza and everybody. Erza's telling them to leave, Natsu's like, fuck you, I'm going to save Happy. So Erza decides to explain her past to everyone else. So we go back in flashback mode. Then you find out what the fuck really happened all those years ago, except at the end, you find out what happened to Jalal and why he is being so wicked. And thus is how the episode ends. Alright, so let's go through the list of people really quickly. Charle, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Calls up.
Elfman.
Thumbs up.
Gure.
Thumbs up.
Lisana.
Thumbs up.
Loki.
Thumbs up.
And Mira Jane.
Thumbs up.
Alrighty, what is one thing you liked or did not like about these episodes? Charle.
I liked how Gray used Happy to shield himself.
From his nudity?
Yeah.
Alright. Elfman.
Intense drama.
Gray.
Well, firstly to Charle, it was either that or I used a leaf, but the leaf wouldn't be big enough. Happy was just the right size.
I'm sure you could have went and got Juvia from behind the tree.
I could have, but she was too far away and I'd have to run
She would
naked
have
for
been
her.
so happy just to hide it in her throat, I'm sure.
Yes. or in other places, but we should not talk
I'm
about
sure.
this.
Yes. All right. Lisana.
Erza scares me even more now.
Loki.
Juvia's stalker moments.
And Mira Jane.
Erza is badass.
All right. So, in comparison to the manga, how do you think the story? How do you think the anime carried over with the story? Do you think it did a better job than the manga, or do you think it was the manga that was better? So, anime or manga this time around? Charle.
Anime.
Elfman.
Anime.
Ray.
Anime.
Lisana.
Anime.
Loki.
Anime.
And Mira Jane.
Anime.
Alrighty, so that wraps us up for the anime recap, and we are going to move on to Charle, who has some magical education for us.
Okay, on this segment of Charles' Magical Education, I'm going to talk about Mystogan.
Mystogan, yay!
He uses air magic, anima, magic staves, and sleep magic. And these magic type is caster type, holder magic, and magic weapon. Mystogan is a S-class mage. He is mysterious to the guild. When he comes into the guild, he puts the whole guild to sleep. No one has really seen his face, although a few have, but no one ever speaks of it.
You know, it's really refreshing when he comes by. That's all I'm saying. It's just really,
It's a good sleep.
always, whenever he leaves, I always feel so much better.
Yeah, because he's taking a nap. Okay, then we have air magic. Air magic gives the user the control over the air around them. This also means vacuum and tornadoes. As with most elemental magic, Mystogan can also turn his body into air, so that physical and magical attacks will not harm him. Anima is an interdimensional gate that teleports everything to Edelus. Anima cannot absorb the dragon slayers or those who don't have any magic in their bodies at all. Mystogan managed to control Anima with his staves. Then you have his magic staves, which he just uses to help produce his magic. And last but not least, we have sleep magic. Sleep magic allows the user to induce sleep on one target or multiple targets by either using their hand or an object. And that wraps it up for Charles' Magical Education. Going to hand it over to Elfman for Cooking with Elfman.
Today I'm cooking with Elfman. I'm going to teach you how to make better than sex cake.
What?
That is really the name of it. First, you're going to need 1 package of yellow cake mix, 2/3 cup of sugar, 1 can of crushed pineapple, 1 package of vanilla pudding mix, 1 tub of non-dairy whipped topping, and flake or shredded coconut. First, grease and flour a 9 by 13 inch cake pan. Bake the cake according to package directions. A hole in the top of the cake using toothpicks or wooden skewers. Mix the pineapple and sugar, then pour over the cake. Cook the pudding according to package directions and pour over the cake as well. Then chill in the refrigerator. Spread the whipped topping over the cake and sprinkle coconut on top and keep it refrigerated. This is really simple. You should be able to do this at home. And that was a quick one from What's Cooking with Elfman. Pass it on to Lisana for Reedus Gallery.
welcome to another installment into Reedus Gallery. For this week's entry, I've got a picture titled Erza by Ephriel. Okay, let's take a moment to read the comment and look at what it says down the very bottom. Done with Copics and white acrylic. Wow. Like, oh my god, wow. That looks like watercolor. That is just beautiful. The look on her face and the reflection in the sword. You know, the white splatters of what once was an accident of dropping the paintbrush turned into a bunch of little smudgy paint things here and there to make it look cool. Which, frankly, it does. All in all, I've got to say, I absolutely adore this piece for that very, very, very traditional feel. There's nothing that looks digitalized about this except for maybe, you know, when you scan it in, you might have to modify it to make it look like it did when it was on paper. But all in all, I think it's an absolutely magnificent piece. I'm gonna go around the table and ask everybody's opinions. Elfman, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Charle?
Calls half up.
Okay. Loki?
Sideways.
Natsu?
Sideways.
Mira?
I'm in between sideways and thumbs up.
Alright. Gray?
I don't know, thumbs up.
So what is one thing you liked or disliked about this picture? Elfman?
I actually like the reflection in the sword.
Mira?
This is one of my favorite outfits of Erza, but just the way her neck-head ratio, it just seems like a little off. But other than that, like, I really like the entire picture.
Okay. Loki?
I'll have to agree with Elfman. I like the reflection on the sword, but the color just seems to be everywhere on this picture. It looks like it's... I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me.
Charle?
I don't like her face. From the shoulders down, it looks like Erza, but the face just looks like a Barbie doll. But I do like the fact that the reflection in the sword. So that's kind of why I was iffy about it.
Where did you get a Barbie doll from?
I swear it looks like a Barbie doll.
No!
No, it doesn't. Natsu?
I like the water effect, but I think it was heavily overused. Secondly, Erza's bigger than that. She's not, like, insanely bony, so why does the collarbone look like it does?
Could be choice of art style, who knows?
Could be. And I think the neck is way too slim.
Alright. Gray?
I like the reflection in the sword, but like everyone else has said, her neck looks like someone's got their hands around it and just squeezed until her neck snaps in.
Alright. So, one word to describe this picture. Elfman.
Beautiful.
Mira?
Colorful.
Loki?
Reflection.
Fuck you, dude.
Charle?
Splash.
Natsu?
Watery.
Gray?
Splatter.
I think that's going to wrap us up for this week's entry in Reedus Gallery, and I'm going to hand it back to Natsu.
Alrighty. And that wraps us up for all of our segments, and we are going to move on to the manga recap. This week's chapter is chapter 254, and it is called Year 791. Fairy Tale. Tenro Island eradicated, and now it has been 7 years since Natsu and his comrades have disappeared. Prepare to enter a new arc in a 24-page special. Now, a new story unfolds in the world of Fairy Tale. X791, Harjion Harbor. A young boy bearing the symbol of Fairy Tale stares off into the ocean. Those silent, mysterious eyes. What are they looking at? What are they thinking? Dude, he totally looks like fucking Natsu.
Copycat.
I know, right?
How long are you going to just sit there and staring at the ocean?
Our work is over. Let's head back to the guild. If you don't hurry and get back, your dad will worry.
Mikhail asked us to take care of you, Romeo.
Called it. I said it was going to be Romeo. Fairy Tale. Ozak Konero. Fairy Tale. Fiska Konero. So yay, they got married finally.
What?
After all that back and forth, oh my god, are we really in love? Blah, 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 blah. They finally figured it out. Fairy tale, Romeo Combolt.
Romeo, we understand how you feel, but...
Biscuit.
Dude, that looked epic. Magnolia, Mage Guild fairy tale. Oh shit, look how they have been taken down.
Ouch.
Has Romeo not come home yet? Damn that Iron Biscuit. They probably ditched Romeo and went off to party in the town. Fairy tale, Fourth Master, Macau Combolt.
Pipe down. You're not a kid anymore, old man. So calm down and have a seat, Mako.
Fairy tale, Fourth Master's advisor, Wakaba Mine. I thought I told you to call me Master!
I've never heard of a man with a complete lack of dignity like you.
Yeah, well, anyways. Fairy tale, Max Aros. Picking on people again?
Not like it can be helped. No work is going to come around to a little guild like ours.
Fairy tale, Warren Rocco.
Look at the few job offers we have. This has nothing to do with people like you who don't work.
Fairy tale, Nob Rosario. I like how apparently Nab has like a beer gut now, and he's like the job guy.
He used to stand at the board, didn't he?
Yeah, no.
Come on, look! I almost finished my new dance! It's called the Puny Dance!
Fairy tale, Bidgeter Echo. That looks disgusting. Get him out of here.
Aww. Hey, Joy, have you felt pressure in the earth again?
Fairy tale, Baki Oleta.
You trying to tell me I've gotten fat, you bastard?
Fairy tale, Droy.
Man, you have no self-awareness.
Fairy tale, Jet.
Look at Reedus, how slim he's got.
Yo, well, I wasn't originally like this in the first place.
Fairy tale, Reedus Jonah.
I've been working out every day. Can't you tell? Just look at these muscles.
If Levy could see me like this now, what would she say?
Larry's not coming back.
Now everybody's kind of like, why'd you have to fucking say anything, bitch? You know? Hey now. Just as always. It's only noon and you already look so serious. That's why you're a puny little guild.
You have any ambition, T-Bow.
I thought I told you not to come in here anymore. Hey, is it really okay for you to be talking to me like that? After all, we are the guild that represents Magnolia, Twilight Ogre.
Oh, God. Twilight.
There was a time when Fiore was the strongest, but who knows now? Your era has come to an end. Compared to that place built on a beat-up old tavern, and the Mage Guild of the New Age, Twilight Ogre, it's obvious which one would be more beneficial to the advancement of Magnolia, right? Acting all high and mighty just 'cause they have a bigger guild.
Yeah, we have spirit.
You can't survive off spirit alone. What do you come here for, T-Bow? This month's pay, huh?
You didn't pay again, Mako?
I thought I told you to call me Master.
You're late on your debt payments.
We haven't gotten any work this month. We'll pay you next month. Just please wait.
You're on the verge of collapse. Who wanted to cave to the rescue of this rundown tavern?
We were the ones who stepped in and loaned you the money, weren't we? Why did you accept the help when you knew they were this stupid?
Did you say something, you bastard?
Stop it, Jet.
But...
Wait until next month. We'll pay up. Ugh!
Mako!
Master!
You bastards.
How dare you! Don't touch them. How pathetic. So this is fairy tale? Pitiful.
Wanna come back to my place?
Don't forget now. It's next month. And destruction, everybody's all quiet.
Yo.
And I like the pictures as they start showing up. This is really cool. I love the drawings. So technically we do get to see the whole crew together. But yeah. I'm telling you, if the main force would have been there, nobody would have done shit.
It's been 7 years since then.
That really takes me back.
After that, nothing's changed at all. When we heard that Tenor Island was destroyed, everyone searched with everything they had.
Not a single one of them was found.
If the story of the council is true, their knowledge was what eradicated the island. In reality, all different kinds of organizations worked together in the search, but none of their efforts resulted in anything.
Yeah, but that day, there was a strange emptiness in the Eterno waters around Tenro Island that day. Because it was on a level that no living being could even endure. That was the force of Acknowledger's roar. Long ago, that one dragon by itself was able to destroy an entire country on its own. There's no way any human alive would be able to take on that thing.
Why, our own comrades.
Ever since the moment they disappeared, we've turned into this weak, pathetic guild. Magnolia's built a new guild.
Our time to close may be coming.
I don't want to hear that at all.
What's wrong, Maka?
My heart feels like it's gonna break.
You've done well, Master.
Ever since that happened, Romeo hasn't ever smiled even once.
Oh. What does that sound?
Is it Olga coming again?
That's...
Oh?
Blue Pegasus? Christina?
It reeks of sentimental perfume. Oh! What? Man!
You fell?
I'm Ichia, just for you.
Blue Pegasus, Ichia, Wanderlei, Kotobuki. Ew.
We understand how you feel, Ichia-sama, but won't you settle down a bit?
I am a user of air magic.
It's been a long time, everyone.
Yo.
Getting older, Mako-san?
Blue Pegasus?
What the heck is going on? You're beautiful as ever, Raki-san.
Those glasses really suit you.
Do you mind if I call you baby?
Do something other than flirt!
Sorry, can't.
Hey, you guys!
Please excuse us.
Please excuse us.
Please excuse us.
I don't forget the perfume of camaraderie of those I competed and fought with.
Something matching Christina's movement characteristic that we've recorded in the information archives has been detected in Fiore's Entonana reading.
In other words, Tenor Island still exists.
Feelings that haven't given up still carry hope. And yes, I did just do what Ichi is doing. Alright, let's go ahead and go through the ratings. I don't know how everybody else is going to view this, so I'm actually kind of curious. Charle, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Palm sideways.
Okay. Elfman.
I'm saying thumbs up.
Great.
It's okay, so I'm gonna give it a sideways.
Loki.
Sideways.
And Mira.
Sideways.
Alright, so what is one thing that you liked or didn't like about this chapter? Charle.
I like how we find out that Tenor Island's Mystogan.
Okay. Elfman.
I like the fact that Les Jacques, Tenor Island's still around.
Great.
I like the fact that Blue Pegasus just drops in and out of nowhere and just goes, yeah, Tenor Island's still there, and what?
Loki.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump aboard the train and say that Tenor Island's still out there.
Mira.
I'm going to jump the ship too and say that Tenor Island's still out there.
Okay, I'm going to be the one pessimist in this, and I'm going to say I did not like how the guild's gotten all run down just because the strong guys went away.
I will agree with you
It's
on that.
the time that you need to step up. When the strong guys go away, step the fuck up. That's all I'm saying.
There's still some pretty powerful people in there, though.
Ish. Alright, so, what are your predictions for next week, Charle?
They're gonna go on a hunt for Tenro.
Elfman.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting Tenro Island.
Gray.
Dude, I'm gonna agree with everyone that they're gonna go hunting.
Loki.
The hunting for Tenro Island.
And Mira.
I think it's actually going to be like majority filler, and at the very end of the next chapter, they set out to do the hunt.
And my prediction is Happy comes to save the day. Hey! And what did you guys think about this recap, Charle?
It was good.
Elfman.
There were so many voices, but they should have been possibly distributed better.
Yeah, we needed more guy voices this time around,
Yeah,
right?
usually we're asking for more female.
Yeah, and all of a sudden we're down to like, what, 2?
Maybe
God,
we're gonna have to put up an ad for more males.
No, we are not. Gray.
I fluffed up a shitload.
Loki.
I mean, it went pretty fast. I didn't like some of the characters I was put as, but hey, what are you gonna do about it?
Mira.
I liked listening to all the guys try to do multiple voices.
I know, just from an acting standpoint, it's actually kind of good that we didn't have a lot of male people. It's on here. It really gives you a chance to test your skills. Alrighty. So, yeah, that is going to do it for the manga recap and pretty much this episode of the podcast. All that's left to do is basically just to name this crazy episode. So, Charle, episode 18 should be called what?
People falling from the sky.
Elfman.
Fabulous.
Gray.
Dynamic country.
Oh my god. Loki.
The Natsu, Gray, and Elfman show.
What?
Talking about us.
Boobs McGee. I mean, Mira.
As long as you shout men when you fall from the sky, you'll be okay.
No, it's raining then.
It's raining.
Oh!
Okay.
Hallelujah.
That became my vote. It's raining men. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that will wrap us up for this episode. We are going to play through all the ways that you can get a hold of us.
Find out about the latest fairy tale news, when the next episode is out, or to post on our blogs and let us know what you saw, visit fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com. You can also send us an email to fairytalepodcast@gmail.com.
Of course, all our videos are up on YouTube until we find a good feed to host them for iTunes and Zoo. However, we do not have all the audio up on our Mega Upload account, which is linked in the description for every video we post up.
If you want to follow us on Twitter to see what pretty pictures we find, new logos, con info, and awesome music, follow us at FairyTaleCast.
Keep up to date on when the newest episodes and chapters come out, as well as chat with other fans of the podcast and the Fairy Tale community. Discuss all your latest obsessions, share news, and chat with the crew of the podcast. Also be sure to send us your AMVs to post as well as any cosplay images you have. Help our community of fans to grow. Alright, so we hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. I think the guys definitely did this time around. We had a lot to do.
Finally.
Hopefully we will get some more fucking answers next week, and if we don't, and I'm actually reading the manga before I interview Hiro Mishima, trust me, that's gonna
hold your phone to his face and be like, what the fuck?
I'm a point right at it and be like, WTF, yo, WTF. No, there's no interpretation for this. What the fuck? Alright, so, no, I'm just kidding. I will not do that to him. I will become known around the world as Johnny Otaku 2.0, and that would not be the thing. Alrighty, so yeah, if you want to help us out in getting to all the different places you want to see us at, maybe you want to hang out with us, we don't know. You can easily do that by helping to donate to us by going to konohacornerpodcast.webs.com, click on that little donation button, and insert the dollar amount of your choice into Happy's little pouch.
Yeah.
Alright, but while you're doing that, please don't forget the reason that we're all here, and that, of course, is to promote the Fairy Tale series. and keeping Hiro Mashima employed. And that's really, really simple. The anime is coming out very, very soon. It's already out in Japan. So all you really have to... actually, probably most of Asia. So purchase the anime, manga, and all the incredible swag that's out there. Again, Gray will let us know if there's any video games.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alrighty, so please remember that mages kick so much ass over pirates. I am Nazi Dragneel, and I'm saying, God damn it, I want to be back.
I'm Charle, and Alice.
I am Elfman, and I have multiple personalities, so it's alright if I do this to Mary Jane. Squeeze, squeeze.
Rub, rub.
I'm Gray, and hey, waifu. We've come to make babies. Take the cannon.
I'm Loki, and Mira Jane, how about you join me for some dinner afterwards?
At least it wasn't complete sex.
I'm Mira, and what is up with all the guys on this podcast right now?
We missed you!
Love you!
Alright, so that is it from us. We are signing out. Peace out from the greatest guild in the world. And Wienerfish.